Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to My Max Academy. In this session, we'll continue on the pair of linear equations in two variables chapter for 10th standard CBSE mathematics. So we'll continue on the substitution method, which we saw in the last video. We will do example 8 in page number 51. So page number 51 in your textbook, page number 51, example 8. Example 8, page number 51 in your textbook. So the question is, solve question 1 of exercise 3.1 by the method of substitution. Let us solve the question number 1 in 3.1 exercise by the method of substitution. Using the substitution method, we should solve. Now what is the question in that exercise 3.1? Let's go to exercise 3.1, which is in page number 44 in your textbook, guys. Right? So exercise 3.1 in page number 44. First problem is, Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Represent the situation algebraically and graphically. That was part of 3.1 exercise. We represented that situation. If you watch my video in that exercise, we represented the situation, given situation, in algebraically as well as graphically. Now in this exercise, which is exercise in this example 8, we need to solve this question. Right? Now from the statement what Aftab is making, we will form the equation, then we have to solve the equation using substitution method. Right? So I told you that whenever we have an age problem, which talks about age of two friends, one friend is 3 times the other friend, or age of a father and mother, or age of father and daughter, whatever. Right? So here, see, Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. After 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you. That's what he is telling. So now that's what he is telling to his daughter. So we need to find the ages of Aftab and his daughter. So whenever the age problem comes, we have to immediately write, first statement that we should write is, let the present age of the people that are involved. Here, who are the two people? Aftab and his daughter. So we'll take, let the present age of Aftab be X years. Then we should take the second percentage. We let the present age of his daughter be Y years. X years, Y years. So first you should write this, and this word is very important, present age. So first you should write the present age as X and Y. And we need to find that, we need to solve means we should find their present age. So that is the question. In example 8 in page number 51. Now what Aftab says, now we should see what Aftab is telling. What Aftab says, 7 years ago, the moment he talks about 7 years, whenever you see a statement 7 years ago, or 10 years later, or 3 years back, whatever. So if they say 7 years ago, immediately we should write their age in age before 7 years. So he says 7 years ago, which means before 7 years. So 7 years ago. 7 years ago. You have to immediately say, what was Aftab's age 7 years ago? Aftab's age was, what was his age before 7 years? Currently he is X years old. 7 years back he would have been X minus 7. So he was X minus 7 years. X minus 7 years. So Aftab's age was X minus 7 years, when 7 years back, because currently he is X. 7 years back, X minus 7, you have to subtract 7. Suppose if your age is 15, right? What was your age 7 years back? 15 minus 7, which is 8, right? And now what was his daughter's age? Daughter's age. Aftab's daughter age was, she is Y years now. 7 years ago, 7 years back, she was Y minus 7 years. So now we have found the age of Aftab and daughter. What was their ages? 7 years back. Right? Now we have to see the first statement that Aftab is talking about. 7 years back, what happened? 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Which means Aftab says, I am 7 years. So my age, Aftab age, right? So Aftab says, x minus 7, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Which means Aftab's age was means equal to, Aftab's age was 7 times as old as, what was his daughter's age? His daughter's age was Y minus 7. So Aftab's age was 7 times his daughter's age, 7 years back. Aftab's age means x minus 7. Was means equal to 7 times means 7 into daughter's age. Daughter's age was Y minus 7. Now this will give you one equation. So let's simplify this equation. You get x minus 7 equal to 7 times y 7y minus 49. Now we'll keep all the x and y to one side and the numbers to the other side. You get x minus 7y equal to minus 49. This minus 7 goes this side, it become plus 7. This 7y comes here, it become minus 7y. Minus 7 goes that side. So that way you segregate numbers one side and variables on the other side. Generally we keep the variable on the left side. So this becomes x minus 7y equal to minus 42. So this is your equation 1. So we have got this equation from the first statement made by Aftab. Now let's see what is the second statement that he was making to his daughter. He was telling, second is 3 years from now. The moment he says 3 years from now, we should immediately write 3 years from now. After 3 years. 3 years from now. 3 years from now means after 3 years. After 3 years. So 3 years from now, what will be Aftab's age? Immediately we are trying this. Don't see the statement. In the statement we just get only that the time. Right? 3 years from now, which means after 3 years. So what will be Aftab's age? Aftab's age will be Aftab's age will be x plus 3 years, because currently he is x years, and after 3 years from now, what will be his age? X plus 3. Suppose you are 14 or 15. Suppose your age is 14. What will be your age after 3 years? 14 plus 3, which is 17. Right? So Aftab's age will be x plus 3 years. Now his daughter's age will be, what will be her age after 3 years? Currently she is y years old. After 3 years she will also become y plus 3. Her age also will increase by 3, right? Our age also will increase by 3. Your age also will, right? My age also will increase by 3. Your age will increase by 3 after 3 years, right? So this is the age of Aftab and daughter after 3 years. That will be the age of them. Now let's read the statement. He says, after 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you. I means Aftab. Aftab is 3 times as old as his daughter. So Aftab age will be, I means Aftab. So Aftab age, I will be 3 times as old as you will be. He is 3 times as old as whatever the age of his daughter after 3 years. So his age after 3 years will be 3 times his daughter's age after 3 years. That's what he's saying. His age after 3 years will be equal to 3 times his daughter's age after 3 years. So this is so now we'll simplify this. So x plus 3 equal to 3y plus 9. 3 into y, 3y, 3 into 3, 9. Now bring all the variables x and y to one side. So x, 3y comes here to become minus 3y equal to 9. Then move this 3 to the other side, minus 3. So you get x minus 3y equal to 6. This is your second equation. Now we need to solve these two equations. We need to solve these two equations by the method of substitution. That is what is our example 8 is. Fine. So let's solve these two equations by the method of substitution. So what are the two equations? Let's write that. First equation is x minus 7y equal to minus 42. Then x minus 3y. So this one. First equation is this. This is second equation. This is x minus 3y is equal to 6. Fine. X minus 3y is equal to 6. We need to solve these two equations by the method of substitution and find x and y. Once we find x and y, we would get the value of, we'll get the age of, the present age of Aftab and his daughter. Fine. So now let's solve this using substitution method. So I told you for substitution method we will go for the variable whose coefficient is 1. So now here also x is 1, here also x is 1. So you can take any one of the equation, doesn't matter. We'll take any one of the equations. So I'll take the first equation. So I'll write x minus 7y equal to minus 42. Then keep the one which has the coefficient as 1. So keep x here, move this to the other side. Minus 42 plus 7y. Right? This minus 7y goes this side to become plus 1. Now we need to substitute the value. So this is coming from which equation? First equation. So you have to be careful. So when you are getting the value of x from the first equation, you have to substitute that value in the second equation. Don't substitute back in the first equation. Then you will not get the answer. Everything will get cancelled. So we are getting the value of x from the first equation, right? And we have written like this, and we have to substitute this value in the second equation in the place of x. Clear? So we will say substituting x is equal to minus 42 plus 7y in which equation? In 2. Because we took this or we got this from the first equation. Right? We got this value of x is equal to minus 42 plus 7y from the first equation. So we need to substitute that in the second equation. Don't again substitute back in the first equation. From whichever equation you are deriving, you have to substitute in the other equation. Don't the x is coming from suppose second equation. Don't substitute back in the second equation. Here the x is coming from the first equation, so you need to substitute that in the second equation. Now if you substitute that, what do we get? So second equation is what? X minus 3y equal to 6. This is our second equation. Now here I am going to substitute x is equal to minus 42 plus 7. In the place of x, I will put minus 42 plus 7y. Instead of x, I am putting minus 42 plus 7y. This is minus 3y equal to 6. Now let's add the 7y minus 3y is 4y. So minus 42 plus 4y equal to 6. So 4y becomes 6, this 42 goes the other side, it will become plus 42. So I will get y is equal to 48, 4y is 48, my y becomes 48 by 4 which is 12. 48 by 4 which is 12, right? Now we need to, we have got y is equal to 12. Now we should get x, substitute y is equal to 12 in this equation. Substitute x is equal to 12 in this equation. So what do we get? Now substituting. When I say SUB, which means substituting y is equal to 12 in this equation, right? In x equal to minus 42 plus y. I'm going to substitute y is equal to 12 in this. So if I substitute that in this, we can get x. So x is equal to minus 42 plus, right? 7 times y, right? That is equal to 7 times y is 12. So that is equal to minus 42 plus 7 times 12 is 84. Right? If you subtract, you get 42. So what is x? X is 42. So we have found the age of Aftab is 42 years, age of his daughter is 12 years. So we need to write that conclusion, right? So I will write it here. Probably I will write it here. Find answer. So answer is Aftab's present age equal to 42 years. Aftab's present age is 42 years and his daughter's present age equal to 12 years. So his daughter is 12 years, he is 42 years. Now we can make sure that the answer is right. You can substitute this 42 and 12 in this equation. And suppose if you take this, you do not have to see the problem ends here. But in the exam, if you have time, when you're doing the revision, if you have time, just to make sure that your answer is right, take that and put it here. Put in this equation, it should satisfy. So like take suppose x minus 7y. In this, you substitute for, right, kind of verification. It's a rough work. If you have time, you can do that to make sure that your question is correct. If you have time, do this. It's not mandatory that you have to do this. You have to show the verification in the exam. So it's for our satisfaction, just to make sure that, yeah, I'm going to get that 4 marks in my exam. Right? So if you have time, do it. If not, don't waste time on that. You need to, you have to complete the paper. That is very important. So x minus 7y. Now let's substitute x is equal to 42 and y is equal to 12 here. So x is 42 means 42 minus 7 into y is 12. What is that? 42 minus 7 into 12. So 42 minus 7 times 12 is 84. That will give me minus 42. Which should give me this. What should be value of x minus 7y? I should get minus 42. When I substitute x is equal to 42 and y is equal to 12. That is the solution that I got. Similarly, the same value should satisfy the second equation. What is the second equation? This one. What is x minus 3y? Don't write x minus 3y equal to 6. We'll take only this x minus 3y, substitute x, substitute y, and you should get 6. Which means your answer is right. The same. So x is how much? X is 42 minus 3 into what is 12? What is y? Y is 12. 3 into 12. I'm substituting x is 42 minus 3, y is 12. So that is 42 minus 36, which is 6. We got the 6. What is the value of x minus 3y? We get 6. When? If you substitute x is equal to 42 and y is equal to 12. So which means the answer that we have got is correct. Because that particular value of x and y is satisfying both first equation and second equation. And you can also verify using, this is one way of verification, right? So the other way, we can say this is right, this is also correct, right? So other way to verify is, you can go to the scenario. So what Aftab says, he says 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you are then. Let's go back to 7 years back. What was Aftab's age 7 years back? Percentage we have found first 42. So what was Aftab's age before 7 years? 42 minus 7. What is 42 minus 7? 35. There is Aftab's age 7 years back. Aftab's age was 35. Now what was his daughter's age? Daughter's age is 12 minus 7. Like y is 12. 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is what? 12 minus 7 is his daughter's age. 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. Now you see that Aftab's age is 7 times his daughter's age. 7 years ago. He is becoming 35. She is 5. So if you multiply daughter's age with 7, you get Aftab's age. That's what is given. Aftab's age was 7 times daughter's age. So that is also satisfied. So this is another way of verifying, logical way of verifying this. So now second condition is after 3 years. After 3 years, Aftab will be 3 times his daughter. That's what he's telling. So let's find what is Aftab's age after 3 years. This is 7 years ago. So this was 7 years ago. I'm writing very small, sorry for that. 7 years ago. So this is just for you to, I'm just trying to make you understand how the solution is satisfying the given condition. Right? You don't have to do this in your exam. This verification part there are 2 ways to verify. This is one way, I'm telling another way to verify. But this is not required in your exam. For you to understand that the final answer that we got for x and y is satisfying the given condition. I'm doing this. So what? So after 3 years after, 3 years from now. So what will be Aftab's age? Aftab's age will be Aftab will be how much? He is currently 42. After 3 years, he will become 45. 42 plus 3, 45. And daughter's age will be? She will be what? She is currently 12. After 3 years, she will become 15. Now you see that Aftab is 3 times his daughter's age. So if you multiply daughter's age with 3, you get Aftab's age. Because 15 times 3 is 45. So it is satisfied. This condition also where Aftab says that after 3 years, or 3 years from now I will be 3 times as old as you will be. Fine. Now let's move to, so this is how we do this. Let's move to the next example, example 9 in page number 52. So next is example 9. We'll do example 9 in page number 52. So what it is? So example 9 is, let's see, we have to solve this again by substitution method. Now what it says is, let us consider example 2 in section 3.3. The cost of 2 pencil and 3 eraser is rupees 9, and the cost of 4 pencils and 6 eraser is rupees 18. Find the cost of each pencil and eraser. Right? So example 9. So what we have to find? We have to find the cost of an eraser and pencil and eraser. So that we don't know, we'll assume. So let the cost of a pencil is rupees X. Let the cost of an eraser is rupees Y. Rupees Y. Now, so what is given? The cost of 2 pencil and 3 eraser is rupees 9. That is given in the question. The cost of 2 pencil and 3 eraser is rupees 9. So what is the cost of 2 pencil? Cost of 1 pencil is X. Cost of 2 pencil will be 2X. Plus, what is the cost of 1 eraser is Y. How many erasers is bought? 3 erasers are bought. So which is 3 into Y. The cost of 1 eraser is Y. So 3 erasers. Total, how much money was paid? 9 rupees. Then again, the cost of 4 pencil and 6 erasers. Cost for 4 pencil means 4X. 6 eraser means 6Y. That becomes 18. That becomes 18. Now we need to find the cost of 1 pencil and 1 eraser. Right? Using substitution method. So we'll solve this using substitution method. So again, so this is equation 1. This is equation 2. Now again, I told you to find using substitution method, we look at the variable whose coefficient is 1. Well, any variable is having coefficient 1, none of them is having. Here coefficient of X is 2, here it is Y is 3, here it is 4, here it is 6. None of them is having coefficient as 1. It's not like we cannot solve, we can still solve. So in that case, you can take any one of the equation and express X in terms of Y. Get X equal to something in Y. So let's take the first equation. So let's take this. So 2X plus 3Y equal to 9. Let's try to find the value of X. So 2X becomes 9 minus 3Y. This 3Y goes here to become minus 3Y. So X becomes 9 minus 3Y by 2. 9 minus 3Y by 2. Now we need to, so we have taken this from the first equation. In the first equation we got this. Now we need to substitute this value of X is equal to 9 minus 3Y by 2 in the second equation. Here in the place of X I should put this. So substituting X is equal to 9 minus 3Y by 2. 9 minus 3Y by 2 in which equation? In 2. Because we have taken this from the first equation. From the first equation we got X. X is equal to, so this is the meaning of writing X in terms of Y. We call this as writing X in terms of Y, which means we are writing X equal to, so nothing should be here. Here I should have only X, and here I should not have X. You can have Y and numbers. So we are going to substitute this in 2. Now what is second equation? Second equation is 4X plus 6Y equal to 18. In this equation I am going to substitute the value of X as 9 minus 3 by 2. So here, so 4 into, you have to put the bracket, where we are going to put the value of X as 9 minus 3Y by 2. So 4 into X, X is this. This whole value is X, right? Because X is this. We are substituting plus 6Y equal to 18. So which means here you can cancel 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So multiply 2 into 9 minus 3Y plus 6Y equal to 18. So you get 2 9s are 18 minus 6y plus 6y equal to 18. Now 6y plus 6y, they can minus 6y plus 6y gets cancelled. You get 18 equal to 18. So when you are trying to solve an equation, and if you get into a situation where the left side and right side are always equal, see 18 equal to 18 is always true, right? We got 18 equal to 18, which is always true. 18 is equal to 18. So whenever you get into a scenario where you get 7 equal to 7 or 18 equal to 18 or 0 equal to 0, which means this set of solutions has infinitely many solutions. It does not have one solution, it has many solutions. It has many solutions, right? So we'll say, so this is true, this is always true, which is always true. 18 equal to 18 is always true. Therefore, the set of, or we'll say the given pair of equations, which is linear equations, have infinitely many solutions. And we should stop here. It has many solutions, x and y, multiple value, anyway, it has any value, multiple values of x and y, which will satisfy these two equations. So it has infinitely many solutions. It's not like only one particular value of x and y will satisfy this. There are many values of x and y which will satisfy this, because both are actually one and the same. If you divide this equation by 2, you will get back this equation. So if I divide 4x by 2 is 2x, 6y by 2 is 3y, 18 by 2 is 9. So suppose you can find multiple solutions first. Multiple solution will satisfy. That's why it has infinitely many solutions. So whenever you get into the situation where 18 equal to 18, then you should say your variable. So ideally, we should get a value for variable like this. If the variable is gone, and then you get a situation where the left side number and right side numbers are equal, then you should say this set of equation has infinitely many solutions. Now let's go to next one, which is example 10. Which is example 10. We'll do that. So what it is now, example 10. Example 10 in again page number 52, right? Page number 52, example 10. So what it says, let's consider the example of section 3.2. Will the rails cross each other? So we have to go back to section 2, example 3, right? So they have given in example 3, which is page number 43. To go to page number 43, they have given two rails are represented by the equation. So they have given the path of the path of the train, two equations. So what they are? So they are, if you go to page number 43 and refer this example 3 in page number 43 in your textbook, it is x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0, 2x plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. Now we should solve this, or we should check, will the rails cross each other, which means they are saying whether they will intersect. Where they cross each other means whether they will cross each other. So this is the equation of one rail and the other one is the equation of the other rail. We need to check whether they cross each other, whether they intersect. So which means we need to solve and find the value of x and y. So again, this is first equation, this is second equation. Then first we need to check which equation is, any equation has coefficient 1. Here we have this equation has x coefficient 1. Y can also be 1. We can choose. If both are 1, then you can choose that that equation and take any one of the variables. You can write x in terms of y or y in terms of x. So I'll take the first equation. So first equation is what? X plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. My x will become, this 2y will go, it will become minus 2y, minus 4 goes, it will become plus 4. So now we should substituting x is equal to minus 2y plus 4 in which equation? 1 or 2? We have got this from the first equation. From first equation we got this, which we should substitute this in the second equation. So substituting this in second equation. So we get 2x, this is the second equation, plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. So 2 into, you have to put the bracket, because for x, whenever you are trying to substitute for a value of x, you are substituting two terms, you have to put the bracket. So 2 into minus 2y plus 4. So this is the value I am substituting for x. In the place of x I am putting minus 2y plus 4. Minus 12 equal to 0. Now multiply. So 2 into 2y is minus 4y. Sorry. So this is 2 into value of x is this plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. Fine. So this is 2 x is minus 2y plus 4. The place of x I am substituting this, then 4y minus 12 equal to 0. Then multiply 4y plus 8. This is plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. Now 4y gets cancelled. 8 minus 12 is minus 4. Minus 4 equal to 0. We finally got minus 4 equal to 0, which is not possible, right? Which is always false. Minus 4 equal to 0 is always false. This is a false statement. Like here, it was always true. 18 equal to 18 was always true. Therefore, here it is false. So the above, this is false. So we say this is always false. So which means minus 4 equal to 0 will never be true. So therefore, we will say the given set of equation has no solution, which means it does not have any solution. Therefore, the set of equations or pair of equations have no solution. No solution. So whenever, see, either you will get some value for variable y and then you can substitute and get the value of another variable, like the up problem. Or the second cases, you will get both the variable will get cancelled and you get only numbers in both the sides. And both the numbers are equal means infinitely many solutions. If again here the variable is getting cancelled, 4y is getting cancelled, but you get into a situation where left side is one number, right side is another number, and they are not equal. Minus 4 equal to 0 we are getting, which is false. This is never right. This is false. It's not like the problem is wrong, right? This is always false, which means this is false. Minus 4 can never be equal to 0. So this is false. So therefore in that case you should say, therefore the set of equations have no solutions, which means this set of equations have no solutions, which means they say whether the rails will cross each other. We'll say the rails will not cross each other. We'll say therefore two rails will not cross each other. Therefore two rails will not cross each other. Which means what? They will not cross each other. They will not cross each other. Meaning they will be parallel. The two trails will not meet. They will not intersect. They will be parallel because there is no solution. No solution means lines are parallel. Here rails. Rails. So the two rails will not cross each other. They will never intersect. Right? So they'll never intersect. Why? Because it is no solution. Why no solution? Because we got a condition which is always false. When you get a condition which is always false, then you should say the given set of equations have no solution. And so no solution means what they are asking in this problem. They are asking whether the railroads will cross each other or not. We will say it will not cross each other. It will not cross each other. So we'll stop here. We will continue, or you can watch my next video for the continuation of this. Thank you guys.